1. Introduction. My name is Marissa. I am 38 years old. I have a very good life. I have a lot of money and I live in a big house. Many people would say my life is very successful and beautiful from the outside. I have almost everything that people usually want in terms of material things. I own expensive cars and beautiful clothes. I can travel anywhere I wish. However, despite all these good things, I often feel very lonely inside. I realize that even though I have many possessions and a comfortable life, I do not have true love or deep companionship in my life. This feeling of loneliness is very deep inside me, and it makes me feel empty sometimes. I often wonder if I will ever find real happiness. One day, my life started to change in a way I did not expect at all. This change began when I met a young man named Daniel. He is 22 years old, which is a significant age difference from me. Daniel works in a small, local coffee shop. I first saw him there, behind the counter, making drinks for customers. He made a strong and positive impression on me from the very first moment. He is a very sweet person, always polite and gentle. He is also very kind to everyone around him. I noticed his calm nature, his friendly smile, and his good heart right away. I found myself feeling very drawn to him, which was a new and surprising feeling for me. There was something special about him that made me want to see him again, more than just once. Because of this new and strong feeling, I started to visit that specific coffee shop every single day. My main reason for going was simply to see Daniel. He always greeted me with a warm and genuine smile, and his presence made me feel completely different. Before meeting him, I often felt tired, uninspired, or simply not fully alive. My days felt long and sometimes boring. But when I was around Daniel, I felt vibrant and truly alive again. He brought a fresh, new energy into my daily routine. Every morning, I began to look forward to going to the coffee shop and seeing him there, even for just a few minutes. His kindness, his bright spirit, and his gentle way made me feel happy and hopeful. He was like a small, bright light in my otherwise lonely life, and I wanted to be near that light as much as possible. I knew this was a new and important feeling for me, and it was a very welcome change in my quiet world. 2. A new friend. I gathered my courage. One day, I asked Daniel a question. "Would you like to have lunch with me?" He looked surprised, then smiled. "Yes, I would like that," he said. My heart felt warm. We planned for the next day. We met at a small restaurant. We talked and laughed a lot. It was easy to talk to Daniel. He told me about his dream. He wanted to be a musician. He wanted to write songs and play music for many people, but he had a problem. He had no money for a good guitar. He also had no money for music lessons. This made him sad. I listened carefully. I had a lot of money. I wanted to help him. I said, Daniel, I want to buy you a new guitar, and I want to pay for your music lessons. You can go to a good studio. Daniel looked shocked. He shook his head. No, Marissa, he said, I cannot let you do that. It is too much. But I insisted. I said, please, Daniel, let me do it. It makes me happy to help you, truly. He looked at me for a moment. Then a big, bright smile came to his face. That smile meant the world to me. It made my heart feel full. After that day, we started to spend all our time together. We went for walks. We talked for hours. He played his new guitar for me. I felt happy and alive again. Daniel brought much light into my lonely life. Soon, I started to notice things. People looked at us. In the street, in shops, everywhere. They looked at Daniel and then at me. Their eyes went from his young face to my older face. They whispered. I knew what they were thinking. They thought I was too old for him. They thought our age difference was strange. Sometimes I felt a little worried, but then I looked at Daniel. His smile was still there. I thought, I do not care what they think. I am happy with him. Our new friendship was too important to hide. 3. The hard words. Daniel asked me to meet his friends one evening. I was happy. I wanted to know more about his life. We went to a small place. Many young people were there, all Daniel's age. When he introduced me, they stopped. All eyes turned to me. I felt uncomfortable. They looked at me strangely. I smiled, but their faces did not change. I felt old and out of place. We sat at a table. Daniel was next to me. His friends were across from us. They talked to Daniel. Sometimes they looked at me and whispered. I knew it was about me. My heart felt heavy. I tried to act normal and join their talk, but it was hard. Their words were fast and their jokes were for young people. I did not understand them. I felt like an outsider. Then one girl spoke loudly. She had long, bright hair. She looked at Daniel and then at me. She asked him, "Is she your sugar mama?" Her voice was clear. Everyone heard it. Then they all laughed. The sound was loud. My face felt hot. My hands felt cold. The words hit me hard like a punch. I looked down. I did not want to look at anyone. The laughter continued, making me feel small. Daniel's hand found mine under the table. He squeezed it tightly. I looked up. His face was red and angry. He looked at the girl and then at all his friends. His voice was strong. "She is my girlfriend," he said. "You must respect her." The laughter stopped. The friends became quiet. They looked down. No one said anything more. Daniel held my hand tightly. He looked at me with kind eyes. He smiled a little. But the words "sugar mama" stayed in my head. They played again and again. Was that what his friends thought? Was that what Daniel thought deep inside? I tried to push the thought away. Daniel had defended me. He said I was his girlfriend. He loved me, right? But a dark doubt grew. Did he truly love me, or was he with me only for my money? These questions hurt more than the laughter. They stayed with me all night. I could not sleep. The hard words made me feel very sad. For a different me. After the hard words from Daniel's friends, a new feeling grew inside me. I felt very insecure. I started to look at myself differently. I stood in front of my mirror for a long time. I saw my face, my skin, the small lines around my eyes. I was 38 years old, and Daniel was only 22. The age difference seemed so big now. I began to worry. Was I too old for him? Would he want someone younger soon? I wanted to change. I wanted to look younger for Daniel. I wanted to be the girl he would choose. So I started to make many changes. First, my clothes. I stopped wearing my usual elegant dresses. Instead, I bought new clothes that young women wore. Bright colors, fashionable tops. It felt strange, not like me at all. Then I changed my hair. I went to a new salon. I asked for a different haircut, a more modern one. I even changed my hair color to something lighter. I bought new makeup, special creams to hide my age. I tried to make my skin look smoother and younger. It took a long time every morning. I even tried to change the way I spoke. I listened to how Daniel and his friends talked. I tried to use their words. It was difficult. I felt like I was not Marissa anymore. I was acting. I was pretending to be someone else. I felt like a lie, a person I was not. This feeling made me sad sometimes, but I pushed it away. I believed it was important to do this for Daniel, to keep him close. Daniel never asked me to change. He never said, "Marissa, you should look younger." He always told me he loved me just as I was, but my fear was strong. I was afraid he would leave me. I was afraid he would find a younger girl. Because of this fear, I started to give Daniel many expensive gifts. I wanted to show him how much I cared. I took him on wonderful trips. We visited big cities. I bought him many new clothes. One day, I even bought him a brand new car. I hoped these gifts would make him happy and make him want to stay with me. He always said, "Marissa, I love you." He said these words often, and they made my heart feel warm. But sometimes, when he looked at me, I saw something else in his eyes. A look that was far away, like he was thinking about something I did not know. It was as if he was hiding a secret from me. This look made me worry. I tried to ignore it. I tried to believe only his words. But the feeling of a secret, a small, cold feeling, stayed deep inside my heart. 5. His secret phone. One morning, Daniel was in the shower. The water was running. His phone was on the small table next to the bed. Suddenly, the phone made a soft, quick sound. It buzzed. A new message came. I looked at it without thinking. It was a text message. It was from a girl. The words that I read made my heart stop. The message said, "When are you leaving her?" My breath caught in my throat. I read the words again, slowly this time. "When are you leaving her?" It was so clear. A cold wave went through my entire body. My heart felt like it stopped beating. I could not believe what I was seeing. This was a secret, a very big secret. Daniel was hiding something important from me. I knew I needed to remember this moment. I needed proof. My hands shook a little. Quietly, I picked up his phone. I quickly took a photo of the message on the screen. Click. The sound was very small. I put the phone back exactly where it was. Daniel did not know I had seen it. He did not know I had taken a picture. I did not ask him about the message right away. I decided to wait. I needed time to think about what this meant. The whole day, the words stayed in my mind. "When are you leaving her?" They played again and again like a broken song. I tried to act normal. I smiled. I talked. But inside, I felt very sad. My stomach felt heavy, and there was a deep pain in my chest. It was hard to breathe sometimes. That night, I was in my big bed. I could not sleep. The pain was too strong. I started to cry. Soft tears came first, then big, hot tears. They ran down my face. I could not stop them. My body shook with the deep sadness. Daniel came into the room. He saw me crying. He looked worried. He came close to me. He wanted to comfort me. He tried to put his arms around me, but I pushed him away. I did not want his touch, not now. I looked at him, my eyes red and full of tears. My voice was quiet, but it was strong and clear. I asked him, "Who is she, Daniel? Who is the girl on your phone?" He looked very surprised. His face changed quickly. He did not look at my eyes. He looked away, down at the floor. He said, "Oh, her, she is no one, just an old friend. She is not important at all." But I knew it was a lie. I felt it in my heart, a terrible, cold certainty. His words were like a sharp knife. They cut me deeply. My world started to fall apart. Everything I thought was true now felt wrong. The love I felt for him, it felt like it was slowly going away. This secret, this big lie, it changed everything between us. I felt very alone, even with him standing there. The happy times, our laughter, they seemed far away now, like a dream. This was not the Daniel I knew. This was a stranger. I just sat there, feeling the pain. The silence in the room was very loud. 6, my empty house. I told Daniel to leave. My voice was quiet. I said, "You are young, you want something else. Go." He did not argue. His face was sad. He just nodded. Then he walked to the bedroom. I heard him packing his bags quietly. Every sound was loud in the silence. I watched him from the doorway. He put his clothes into a suitcase. He put his guitar into its case. He did not look at me. When he was ready, he walked past me. He did not say goodbye. He just opened the front door and walked out. The door closed softly. Then there was only silence. I sat down on the floor. The big house felt even bigger now. It was so quiet, too quiet. My heart felt heavy. It was not just quiet, it was empty. My house, once full of his laughter and music, was now just a house. It felt cold without him. I stayed there for a long time just sitting. I felt completely alone. Days passed. Each day was the same. The house stayed silent. His things were gone. There was no sound of his guitar, no sound of him singing, no sound of him moving around. It was just me. And the silence. People around me started to talk. My friends called me. They said, "We told you so." They said, "He was too young for you." They said, "He just used you for your money." Their words were sharp. They thought they were right. Maybe Daniel did use me. Maybe he only wanted my money and the gifts. But even with their words, I knew something else in my heart. Deep inside, I still loved him. It was a strange feeling. My head knew what people said. My head knew he might have lied. But my heart still felt for him. I missed him so much. I missed his smile. I missed his songs. I missed his touch. Every second, every minute, I missed him. The house was empty, and so was a part of me. It felt like a big hole inside. My big house felt like a prison of loneliness. I was alone with my thoughts and my broken heart. I knew my love for him was still strong, even after everything. 7. His song for me. One evening, Marissa was alone in her big house. The silence felt heavy. To make the quiet less strong, she turned on the radio. She was not really listening, just letting the sounds fill the room. Then, a new song started to play. The music was soft at first, with a gentle melody. Suddenly, a voice began to sing. Marissa stopped moving. Her heart beat faster. She knew that voice. It was Daniel. It was truly his voice, strong and clear, coming from the radio. She had heard him sing many times before, and this sound brought back so many memories. The song was new to Marissa. She had never heard it. The words were about a woman. This woman had brought light into a man's life. She had given him much love. The song said that the man had made a big mistake. He had broken her heart. Now he felt lost and sad without her. He was alone. Every word felt like it was meant for Marissa. It felt like Daniel was singing directly to her, telling his story, telling their story. Tears started to fall down Marissa's face. Her hands began to shake. She held them tightly together. She could not stop crying. The song made her feel many things at once. It made her sad for what had happened, but also a little hopeful for what could be. She did not know what to do with these strong feelings. She listened to the song until the very end. The next 2 days were long and quiet. Marissa thought about the song all the time. She wondered if Daniel would come back to her. She missed him so much. Her house still felt empty without him. She hoped for a sign, for something to change her lonely days. Then, on the 3rd evening, it happened. It was raining outside and the sky was dark. Marissa was sitting alone in her living room. Suddenly, there was a soft knock at her front door. She stood up slowly. She walked to the door and opened it. Daniel was standing there. He was wet from the rain. His hair was sticking to his face. He looked tired, but his eyes were full of something important, something real. He looked at her, and his voice was low. He said, "Marissa, I was so stupid." He took a deep breath. "That other girl, she meant nothing to me, nothing at all." He looked directly into her eyes. "I only love you, Marissa, only you." His words were clear and full of feeling. Marissa looked at him. She wanted to believe him fully, completely. A part of her still felt the old hurt from before, but her love for him was stronger than any doubt. She did not say any words. She just reached out. She pulled him close. She held him very tight. The rain dripped from his clothes, but she did not care. She held him as if she would never let him go again. It felt like finally coming home. 8, our new start. Now, Daniel and I are living together again. Our home feels warm and full of life. It is a new start for both of us. Every morning, we wake up next to each other. We drink coffee and talk about our day. Daniel often plays his guitar in the living room. His music fills the house. It makes me smile. He is very happy when he plays. We often cook dinner together in the evenings, sharing stories and laughter. Our bond feels stronger than ever before. I continue to support his dream of becoming a musician. I help him find new places to play his songs. I also help him with his studio time. We spend many hours listening to his new melodies. He writes new songs almost every day. He is growing so much as an artist. I feel proud to see him follow his passion. He is very talented. I help him with the business side of his music, too. I help him find managers and places to perform. He is starting to get noticed by more people, which is wonderful to see. Sometimes, when we go out, people still look at us. They whisper and point. I can hear their words sometimes. They still talk about our age difference. They still use old names to describe me. In the past, these looks and words hurt me deeply. I used to feel sad and worried. I used to think about what they said for a long time. I even tried to change myself because of their opinions. It was a difficult time for me, filled with much doubt and sadness. But now, things are different. I have learned to ignore them. Their words do not touch my heart anymore. I understand that their opinions do not matter. What matters is the love Daniel and I share. Our love is strong. It is real. We have faced challenges, and we have learned from them. We have grown closer through every difficult moment. Our relationship is built on trust and understanding now. I no longer feel like a sugar mama. I used to worry that Daniel was only with me for my money. I thought that maybe I was just paying for his time. But now, I know the truth. Daniel loves me for who I am. He loves my heart, not my bank account. He works hard on his music. He wants to make his own way. He does not ask for things from me anymore. He just wants my love and support. He is becoming more independent every day, and I admire his dedication. I feel like a woman who fought for what she wanted. I fought for love. I fought for our relationship, and I won. This victory is not against other people. It is a victory for myself. It is a victory for my heart. I am happy. I am loved. And Daniel is happy too. We are building a future together. It is a future filled with music, laughter, and true love. Our new start is beautiful. We are strong together.